everybody, welcome back to Furniture Flipping Teacher. If you missed the first video of this series, it is very important that you go and check that out because there is a lot of big news in that video. But I guess I could tell you, long story short, is I am moving out of this shop. I haven't disclosed where I am headed to next, but bottom line is I have to move all of the things and get rid of a ton of things, and it's a lot to do, and I'm here on my own doing this in just the matter of a month from like today. So it is currently March 30th and I have been pretty busy catching up on content, but not necessarily catching up because I'm caught up, but more so getting ahead of schedule. I release videos every Thursday, and so usually I am kind of doing the video for that week about like the few days before the day that it launches, but I wanted to try and jump ahead a little bit. So right now I have this week's video ready and then next week's video ready. So in essence, I have about like 14, let's see, like 20 days-ish until I like need to have another furniture flip done for my channel. So we've got a pretty solid amount of time in between now and then, and I want to spend that time just like super focused on doing the things around here in the shop that I need to do to get moved over to my next location. Now, I have been kind of a bad like hit my hand person because I've been buying furniture on Facebook Marketplace. I'm selling some, but I'm also buying some even though I'm supposed to be getting rid of furniture. So I have another set coming in soon. I have this set that I just purchased, but I am about to have someone come and pick up one of the pieces that I listed in the last video. And then I also did sell the other tall boy. So all 4 of the pieces that I listed in the last video are going to be gone as of like early this week. They're all for sure sold. So that's 4, but I had like 15 that I needed to list. So that's gonna be on the list of things to do, is continue listing pieces that I just am not inspired by anymore and get those on Facebook Marketplace so I can start selling them as quick as possible. And then my real next thing that I am going to be really focusing on is kind of going room by room, figuring out what I want to keep, what I want to sell, what I want to trash, and what I want to donate. Because I think that that is going to help me like get my head wrapped around all of the things, but then like sectioning it off room by room so that I'm not so overwhelmed, because right now I feel very overwhelmed because I have about 1 month to get all of this done. So they're here to pick up this dresser and I'm gonna help them get that loaded up, and then we'll kind of hit the ground running with just starting with the room and seeing what we've got in there and where everything needs to end up. I also forgot to say, I did end up lowering the prices of the tall ones because they just weren't getting any hits at like $65 or $70. And like I said, I just want to get rid of them. I tried, I left them up for about a week or 2 at that price. And so I lowered them both to $45 and they ended up selling pretty quickly after that. I'm gonna be delivering the other one and I added a delivery of $50. So that's $95 for that one. Not too shabby. It's freezing outside, so I'm glad I don't have to be out there today. But yeah, that one's picked up. So the first room that I think I'm gonna tackle is this first room. It is like the shower room. So there's a shower back in there, but it kind of just became a huge catch-all. So there's so many different things in there. It was kind of like, put this in here because we don't want anybody to see it. I know that there's like literally boxes that have never even been unpacked. So that tells me probably some of it I can just go ahead and part with and get rid of, because I haven't used it in who knows how long, at least a year and a half since I've been here in this shop. So I'm gonna start box by box. A couple have already been pulled out because I've been looking for some things, but who knows what else I'll find in here. I'm pretty sure there's some paint from when we painted in here, and yeah, honestly, I don't know at this point. Your guess is as good as mine, so let's see what we've got. Okay, I pulled out this next box and now I'm finding really old things. So this was from like the first and only little like flea market thing that I did. I printed out all these pages of the pieces of furniture that I had available. I have come a long way. These are the nightstands that I just did. That's funny. I've had those since 2021. I think what I'm gonna do here is just take out all these papers and then I'll donate these binders because I don't need them. Also, I have kind of started a donate pile over here, and please, please, please don't judge me, because I feel like every time I've moved, it's been in such a rush, and so I just kept a bunch of stuff, and then it all just gets shoved places, and I don't use it, and I am taking this time, this move, to really, really purge a lot of things, because although it is, you know, feeling like a little bit of maybe a waste of time, a waste of money, a waste of things, I just am trying to be realistic now and know that I'm probably not going to be using these things in here, or doing things with them that I originally intended to do with them or planned to do with them. When we first got the store, I had a lot of great ideas, but it just didn't pan out the way that I thought it was going to, and that's totally okay. Things change in life, and what happens, happens, and I'm ready to pivot. I'm honestly ready to move on to the next phase. So I think maybe I'm just in my head. I'm trying to convince myself that it's okay. What I'm about to do is just pretty much redonate a lot of the things that I picked up at thrift stores. But I'm gonna let it go and know that purging is okay. And next time I go to the thrift store and future times I go to the thrift stores, I'm not going to be so impulsive, and I'm going to be really careful and pickier about the knickknacks that I grab. Of course, not the furniture, because I pretty much always am good with the furniture that I choose, but as far as like the things, I have a ton of like lamps that I wanted to sell in the store. I have picture frames, lampshades, little trinkets, just things, and I just haven't done it. So we're gonna get rid of it today. I think it would be a good idea if I went and got my trash can so I can just throw stuff away and start to make a donate pile. These are a whole bunch of like stems that I wanted to sell in the store. When people came in, they didn't really gravitate toward them, so that was kind of a fail, I guess. And then I think these I'm gonna keep because they're so cute and they're perfect for staging. So why not? I think these eucalyptus are like one of my favorite things. And then in this little basket, little jug thing, and then this one, like how cute. And then this guy can put some florals in here as well. Super cute. So I think I'm gonna keep these. Do I need 4 though? Especially if I'm downsizing. Do I need 4? I don't know. And then there's this pink vase. It was for sale, never sold. And then all these stems. I may just donate these back. I don't know. This lamp, maybe I could try selling it on Facebook Marketplace, but I got it for $8 and I could maybe sell it for like 10. So it's like, is it even worth it? That's why I'm kind of like, let's just donate this stuff back, unfortunately. I trash that. Okay, tell me why I didn't remember that I still had these, but going to my next location, I think I'm gonna take these, and these are gonna be perfect. Actually, like, oh, I just got super excited. These are expensive. I'm so glad I kept them. They are these big black, like square puzzle piece things for the floor. Can you do like, maybe I think I have like 24 of them or something. I don't know, not 24, maybe, I don't know. I think we could do like 6 by 6 or something like that to give me a good workspace. And it's really nice because it's cushiony and it's good on my knees, but then also I don't really have to have like a drop cloth directly on the floor, and these, you can still like roll the furniture on them. So actually I got excited about that. So this is definitely gonna stay in the keep pile, which I don't really have a keep pile yet. So, well, yeah, I do, but it's in a box. Just kidding, all of these vase things are keep. Okay, this is workshop keep though. This is bathtub, like redoing a bathtub, because I was going to do that in the Airbnb that we flipped, but then I just ended up cleaning it out and it looked really good. So I don't know if this stuff expires, but I guess I'll just donate it. It was probably like $150. I don't know, maybe I'll give it to the Restore. These lamps are super cute. They're wooden, and I think I might keep them for myself, for my future home, because they're just a vibe, and they have brass bottoms, wooden tops. I might have just broken it. I think it'll fit right back on there. I don't know, they're cute, right? I think I'll keep these, maybe put them in a storage unit or something. So I think I need to have multiple keep piles. I need to have keep for the shop, keep for future home, and then keep for like staging. These are some frames that I thought would be cool to do some type of project or put some type of painting in, but I just never got around to it. So I think I'll just redonate them. This is super cute for like, I don't know, a little girl's room or something. It has like light pink. And so it would be a little bit difficult for me to use for staging. Plus I have another one of these already, but it's like light pink. And it's super cute. I don't know. $5 at Goodwill. Lampshades. Again, when I had my grand idea to sell lamps, I grabbed a bunch of lampshades as well. So probably just redonate. I don't have any two matching, so I can't keep them for those wooden lamps. Got some grass stuff, whatever you call this. Pampas grass. I may keep a couple. This is the lid to one of my favorite little baskets that I put my tall tree in. So I technically don't need the lid, but I don't want to part with it because I may want to use it as like a little pot thing later on. This is all staging stuff. I think some of them I'm gonna get rid of. I love these. I just don't use them because they've been in here. I vow to myself that I'm gonna start using my staging stuff more. Keeping this is like pretty nice greenery for staging. This is a double computer mount, I guess. Some baskets. I love a basket. I am gonna keep these not as is. These are for a future project. I love making over canvases, and I think these are a really great canvas for a new canvas because they're exactly the same shape, so I can do whatever and have like 2 of them for future decor. So I'm keeping those. A box fan, probably need to keep that. Oh, I was looking for this. Woo. This is a desk. Probably end up just selling it. Or maybe this will become my desk in the new area. We'll see. I don't know. Okay, how fun would it be if I hung up my old logo? I want to keep this. I feel like it's super nostalgic. I changed the logo maybe like a year and a half ago, but this is the old one and I want to keep it. But I also don't just want to keep it rolled up, so we'll see. And then I also have like a Fournier one, so it may be neat to keep that one as well and kind of have them both. Just nostalgia. This is a whole bunch of who knows what. A Fournier beanie, a sprayer that I think is full of paint still, some shirts, towels. I'm gonna move that over for later to go through. This is my clothing rack. When we were selling shirts here at the shop, and so I'll probably end up selling this. This will go to my sell pile. These are some overall prototypes. At one point, we were maybe gonna sell overalls, but that idea, you know, went to the wayside. On the bright side though, I feel like I'm making good progress. I know I'm just like moving it out and placing it, but at least a little bit more organized. And this place is getting emptied. And if you're wondering why I don't have the light on, light does not work. Okay, it's gonna be dark, but this is all of my paint I was talking about. I need to go through that and figure out what I'm gonna keep, what I'm gonna maybe donate to the restore, and then we'll go from there. But hey, on the bright side, I've got some good painting tools. This too. This is like 100-foot internet cable cord thing. It's nice. Dollar store mops when I clean the floors with. I'm gonna toss those, I think. I do need to do some painting, so I'm gonna keep my 18-inch roller holder. I think I just need to buy some more roller heads. But this is definitely a keeper. It's actually shrinkable, or like, you can have multiple sizes. Adjustable, that's the word. Honestly, maybe I'll keep one of these. Bam, now it's a broom. I have black cabinet trim enamel paint, and I don't know what I painted black with it, but something, I guess. Yellow, blue, orange, black again, limousine leather, empty. That's for the doors and stuff. Diamonds Therapy, Broadway. That was like, oh, that's the green. Oh, I think I painted that in my old garage. That's kind of a blackish greenish. High performance flat. Ooh, I need to put this in the workshop. Some 1, 2, 3 primer, white paint. I mean, all of these have been used quite a bit. Oh, and then this is my wallpaper glue. So like I said, I have like 10 cans of half-used or empty paint cans, and I don't see myself using it anymore. So I think I am going to either send it into somewhere that can recycle it, or take it to like my local, you know, recycling place that I can take paint. Because I probably shouldn't just throw this away. But again, not gonna use it again. So I wanna do something with it that's, you know, the right thing. So, but other than that, this room is like done. So that's super exciting, and I feel accomplished today. I am going to go home and eat, and then tomorrow morning I'm gonna come back refreshed, and we're gonna move on to the next room. And I'm hoping to get more than one room done tomorrow. Obviously, there's like small rooms like this, and then like big rooms like the big room we're in, but I can also section them off as well. But I think the shop area will be the last portion, but I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm back next day, March 31st, and I think I told you in the last video that I was going to be donating this French provincial piece because the middle drawer was super wonky and warped, and I just don't want to try and attempt to fix it, honestly. So sometimes it's okay to push a project aside, but I am also supposed to not be getting more furniture. But yesterday I was at Goodwill because why not? And I did find a dresser, so I need to go pick that up today. I just didn't have the truck yesterday. And so I figured why not kill two birds, one stone. So I'm gonna load this one up in the truck and then I'm going to donate it while I go pick up the other one. Smart thinking. Well, the back of the truck is wet, so I'm gonna drive it around and see if I can get the water out. All right, I made it back with the dresser that I picked up, got the other one dropped off. I'm just gonna go ahead and unload this one. I actually did recently grab a new tool. This is a hydraulic furniture lift. So just pump it up. This is gonna be perfect to go right to the back of the truck, and then I'll just slide this on there. We'll slide the dresser on here and then we'll get it through the door. Okay, I don't know about you, but that was a little scary getting off of the truck bed. The reason I had to do it like up and down like that is because the door is so narrow, which was actually the reason that I never had gotten the like hydraulic lift before now, but it's gonna come in handy for the next place that I'm going. So that's why I went ahead and got it now. And then it's also probably gonna help me a lot while I'm moving, to just kind of move things around. But yeah, okay. I have one more set that I'm picking up today, and then I think I need to like ban myself from Facebook Marketplace because I clearly cannot stop picking things up. However, I did put this on Facebook Marketplace last night and it's already selling. Someone's gonna come pick it up, I think later today. It's like the garment rack that I showed you last night. And so I'm selling that for $45. Not too shabby. It was actually a really quick sale. That's quicker than I thought it was gonna be. But I think the next area that I'm gonna work on is this like storage room thing, because I think it has boxes back here that I can make, and then I'll have some like boxes to take things to the thrift store in and to move things with. So we're gonna start over here. So these are bags that we got for a year, and I think these were like the wrong size. I didn't want this big of bag, so we ended up getting different ones. And now I don't have anything to do with them, but I'm thinking potentially like donating them to a food pantry or something like that. I feel like they're still quality enough to where they could hold, you know, enough stuff, and they could still get used. I don't know, that's kind of my only idea right now.
now, but we'll see. I definitely don't just want to toss them because that could be useful.
So I'm noticing that a lot of the stuff in this box in particular is very old staging materials that I had like at the very beginning when I first started out. So I've definitely upgraded since then. I can still probably use some of it, but again, haven't used it in like 3 years. So I'm like, why am I continuing to keep it around type of thing? It's kind of my question with a lot of this. So I've already got this whole box for donation, and then I'm gonna go ahead and donate most of what's in here as well, because I don't know, I just don't think, this is definitely mid-century. I think this is my parents', but I don't think they need it. So I'm probably just gonna go ahead and donate that, and then just random stuff like that, not really in style anymore to be staging with. That. These are kind of cool, but they're just a little too much for me, I think. But I might keep these for some good tall gold accents, but then I probably have to find some candlesticks to go with them, but I'll keep those. Everything else though is not gonna be kept by me. This blanket is really cool. I don't think I would use it for staging, but I'm gonna bring it home and keep it in my house. I think I have an obsession with jugs, and I don't think I need all of the ones that I have because I don't even use all the ones that I have, but probably keep this one. Old Christmas tree guy. I always wanted to make this different than the blue, but at this point I just don't have time and I don't have a spot to even keep it and put it. I'm gonna start doing my own decor and keeping some of this stuff that I find. Right now it's just not ideal because I don't have any space for it. So these 2 boxes are donate now. I was able to load some of the stuff from the other room into this box. Some of them might be too heavy though. Might have to rearrange. And then these are boxes I would like to keep with my staging stuff. And I think in my next place, I may do it to where I have like some shelves full of staging stuff. So it's all kind of like laid out or like on some shelves so that way I can see it easier. I can grab it and I can use more than just the same things over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. I think that's the way to go. I got a little bit done in that room. I got all of the candles kind of sorted a little bit. So just a little bit of headway. Anything is going to help at this point. I'm gonna head home for lunch, and then from there, I'm gonna go pick up that set that I am gonna be getting. And it is a good one, but I do have to pick it up all by myself. Luckily it is in the garage and I think I can do it just fine. It's a super nice set. I paid $400 for it, so I can't wait to show you guys. And honestly, I can't wait to see it in person. All right, y'all, I just got here. There is the furniture and I am gonna be loading this all up on my own. So I'm gonna set y'all up so you can watch me, hopefully not struggle too much getting all of this in the truck. One down. I'm gonna put these back in there. kind of upset because like I thought the 2 nightstands were different, but only 1 nightstand is different. This one belongs with the set. The other one is not technically identical to the set, which I would have liked it more if the nightstands were different, but were both different and matched. But not the end of the world. I'll just have to figure something out. I'm about to get this in there. Locked in. 3 pieces in there. This little nightstand is gonna go in the back. All right, let's get it home. Well, to the shop. Okay, so I got all this set unloaded. Again, this guy is different, but I think if I redo the bases, if I cut this part off, I don't even know why it's so elevated, and then I cut this part off and do like new bases, we can pretty much make them the same height. And then the only difference will really be 2 things. This one has like a flat corner and this one has a regular corner. And then this one has like a double drawer, or like a double, I don't know, looks like 2 drawers, but it's only 1. And then this one still like looks and is a single drawer. So that's like the only 2 things that are super noticeable about it. And I think it'll be okay. Ultimately, it'll be okay. But on the next note, I am going to be grabbing this dresser right now, loading it up in the truck and going to deliver it. I don't think I'm gonna bring you guys along, but just know that is getting delivered. I think I already told you $95 for that one, including the delivery cost. So let's get it loaded up. It is April 1st, next day, and I'm back in the same room as I was yesterday when I had gotten all of the candles cleared out. I just want to clear off this, like dust this off a little bit, and then I'm gonna be taking these things off, but these shelves I think are gonna be really good for my new space for storing staging things like I was talking about yesterday. I think like the distance from top to bottom on each shelf is going to be really good for like lamps, taller things. And I can also, I don't know, I think, but maybe not, I think I can adjust these shelves to be like where I want them to be. So maybe like some of them might be like a little bit shorter, some of them might be taller, and then if I have leftover room, I'll put paint, tools, things like that on them. I have just got to keep chipping away. Like I said, this place has some boxes that I was looking for, so I'm going to be putting together some boxes so that I can kind of like box up a bunch of the things that I'm going to be donating and some of the things that I'm going to be keeping, just so that I can kind of have it all in one spot. Today is April 2nd. Yesterday I ended up getting these boxes made up. I got about 10 of them and I have more to make if needed. But I'm still feeling super overwhelmed with just the state of this, mostly this room. And I want to get some more things listed on Facebook Marketplace. So my plan right now, I think that will help me a lot with just, I mean, I'm still going to be overwhelmed, but like maybe a little bit less overwhelmed, is to move all of the furniture that I'm going to be keeping to one area, one spot. And I think that spot is going to be like this back wall, because eventually all of the furniture is going to be moved out the back door, obviously, to like get it to the next location. And so I think that is going to make the most sense. So I'll probably clear out this, move some of this forward, and start moving all of the furniture back the most logic way against that wall there. That way it doesn't feel as cluttered. Of course, it's still going to be cluttered because I have so much stuff to do stuff with. And then the other thing that I'm going to do after that is grab down some more furniture that I can list on Facebook Marketplace for sale that I'm not keeping, because I have sold all 4 of the pieces that I already listed, so I need to get selling more pieces, because that's like 4 out of what, like 15 or 12 pieces that I needed to sell. So that's sort of my plan currently. I'm just going to be dragging furniture around, and then after I get the furniture back there and more photos taken, I am going to be like moving all of the donate stuff to one location, probably against maybe this wall, but that's a good wall for my furniture to sell, but I don't know, somewhere else. That way I'm like, okay, this corner is donate, this is this, this is this. I think that'll help me a lot. And then I will finish up clearing out this room back here. It's pretty close. I just have to decide what I'm going to be doing with some of the things that are in there. So time to get the guns out. I am going to be moving lots of furniture. I got most of the furniture back here, quite a lot back here for sure, like 3.5 rows deep. And then plus I've got more furniture back there that I'm keeping, but I think I might as well keep that back there. But now I need this wall open so that I can take photos for things that I'm going to be listing on Marketplace. And so I need to clear this out. This is like half of this over here is donate, and this half is me keeping. Still have to figure out what I'm actually gonna do with it, but whatever, I just need to move it out of the way so that I have this empty wall for more Facebook Marketplace photos. So I went ahead and listed all of the pieces that you saw me taking photos of yesterday. It is now April 3rd, and I actually just listed them this morning. I didn't get around to it yesterday. I think I listed 6 things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yes. And I believe I have a buyer on 3 things. One of them is the same buyer, and so that is like super awesome. I mean, I did not expect them to go that quick. And so the pieces that I think are going to be selling, she's coming to pick this up today, I think, later on, is this piece. It's pretty much like a DIY dresser. I mean, a lot of them are, but like I have a little bit of paint on there and it just needs some work overall. But I did $50 on that one. And then this little guy, this little Drexel end table, I listed that for just $25. So she wants both of them, and she'll be coming a little bit later on this afternoon. And then I, on a whim, decided to list these 2 chairs. I have had these in the shop pretty much like I think I've had these chairs in my possession for like 3 years. And you guys know I love flipping chairs, but these ones specifically are pretty faded. And so I just did not feel comfortable listing them super high and like doing a whole bunch of work to them. So I listed them for $100. I noted that there was like some light fading around some of the areas, but someone is already interested, and I'm probably going to be delivering them early next week. So that's $100 plus $50 of delivery. And I'm super excited with that. It definitely makes me want to pull out more furniture and start listing that as well. But I've also got other work to do, so I'm kind of liking doing this in like batches. So we're gonna wait till some of that sells and gets out of here before I list more stuff. And I'm just gonna continue on my path of clearing out the different rooms. We're gonna continue working on this room. I feel like I've been working on this room since the beginning of the week, but it's just taking a little bit of time. Plus I've done some other things around the shop as well. So let's get to it. Okay, in the matter of just a few more minutes, I sold another piece, which is this one. This one has quite a bit of water damage, so I only listed it for $15. I didn't think it would go that quick, but it went that quick. I made sure to, you know, say this has water damage and took pretty good photos of it. But she Venmo'd me and will be coming to pick it up later next week. So the only one left I have is this one back here. And then that blue chair that I listed as well. But honestly, now I might just start pulling out some more to take some photos of here in just a little bit. Okay, it is official. This room is all cleared out. I even swept in here, so this room's good to go. I am going to shut the door, and that means I don't have to worry about that space any longer. That was very, very satisfying, and I feel very productive, even though that room kind of took me like 4 days, but that's okay. That's okay. Like I said, I was doing other things around as well. And here's the big pile we've got. These are the shelves that were in there. I do kind of feel like I'm just moving things around, but I am also sorting things. And as you guys saw, I just loaded up my car with most of the donation stuff. I am going to be going out of town this weekend. It is Nana's 85th birthday celebration, so I'm gonna be out of commission for 3 days as far as like working in here. So I'm taking my Jeep. I had some other things that I was gonna donate to the thrift store, and so I figured why not just load it up and make a big trip. So I don't think I showed you, but I did make like signs for each area, so like donate. So there was a whole bunch more stuff around here, but I got all that loaded up, and so now that feels a little bit more fresh and clear. I'm also like donating these things too, and this stuff on the top of this dresser. So still lots and lots and lots to do, but I am really happy with the progress that I have accomplished in just 5 days, because I think I started with this room on Sunday and it is now Thursday, so not too bad. Of course, I still have a ton to do, and it is April 3rd, so I'm down to about 4 weeks ish, 3.5 weeks, something like that. So when I get back in town, I am going to be hitting the ground running, that is for sure. But I am going to be having someone come and pick up that dresser and that end table, and then that is going to be the end of this video. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. This is the craziest move I think that I've done, only because it's only me here doing this all work by myself. And it definitely feels a little bit overwhelming, but I think I've now nailed down more of a path that I'm going to take to get to where I want to be at certain times. And that was step one. So that door's closed. I can't wait to have all these doors closed and just continue getting things ready for the big move. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you on the flip side. So I'm back because they didn't end up wanting the dresser, it was a little bit too far gone for them, which I did post it as like a DIY project, but just the way that they wanted to do it wasn't quite right. For that piece wasn't right for what they wanted to do. So I showed them the rest of my inventory and they ended up taking a different dresser, so that was still fine. It wasn't really one that I was gonna sell, but they were here, and so I took the end table and that dresser for 80 bucks, which I wanted 100 for it, but they only had 80 cash. So I just went with it and got some things out of here. At the end of the day, I just want to get rid of some of my inventory, so it's all good.